Hi there. To celebrate my YouTube channel surpassing 1 million views, I thought I'd try to show off a kind of cooking that's very popular. It's been around for centuries and it's seen by many people as being more than just cooking. And that would be Oriental stir-frying. Now, it's a lot of fun to just toss food into your cast iron pan or wok and stir it around over high heat until it's done. But there's a long and traditional form of stir-frying from the Far East that's so special it's actually seen as a kind of spiritualism. In China, they call it Wok Hei, the breath of the wok. And when a stir-fry is cooked in this tradition, folks say it even gives an energy to the food that's a kind of qi. Now, whether or not you believe that and you think I've gone off the deep end, I'll just say that doing a stir-fry in the traditional Oriental manner is a lot of fun, and it gives you some delicious food that tastes far more than just meat and vegetables thrown together in the pan. There's a good reason to give this a try and see how tasty a well-cooked stir-fry can be. However, there's one difficulty about doing a stir-fry in the Oriental tradition. A true stir-fry needs to be done in a blasting hot wok, and for many of us, that presents a certain problem. Like many people across the country, I have a basic electric stovetop, and this is nowhere close to being powerful enough to give the kind of scorching heat needed for a good stir-fry. However, I have one tool that helps to make up for that, and that is a large cast iron wok. This is much heavier and thicker than a traditional Oriental wok, but that means it retains heat far better than a thin wok. So while I can't pick up this wok in one hand and toss the food the way a Far Eastern chef would do, I can get the kind of heat needed to do a fast and tasty stir-fry. And maybe even achieve Wok Hei.
The true secret to a good stir-fry is in the preparation. The actual cooking is only the last part of this ritual, and we want the cooking to be done as fast as possible. So rather than just throwing food haphazardly into a deep pan, we can be prepared and ready when it's time to fry. First of all, be sure to use a reasonably tender beef, such as sirloin or flank. We slice the meat into thin slices in order for them to cook quickly and thoroughly. I find it's best to prepare the meat first before doing anything else so that we can let it marinate while the oven heats up and the other preparations are done. Now, a typical American electric stovetop simply can't match the blasting heat seen on gas stoves, and especially in a professional Oriental kitchen. So, in order to compensate for this, we're using a technique that's usually reserved for searing a steak on the stovetop. We place the heavy cast iron wok into the oven and heat the oven to the hottest temperature the oven can reach. On my oven, that's 500 degrees Fahrenheit. This will heat up the entire wok and give the scorching temperature we need for a decent stir-fry. From here, all we need to do is chop up the rest of our ingredients and keep them in separate bowls to add to the wok. Also, we prepare several small servings of oil, about 2 tablespoons each, so that we can quickly add them to the wok when the time comes. This all helps to save time and fry the food faster. And of course, don't forget the rice.
By the way, if you have never used either a chan or a hoke to stir the food in your wok, then you must get one of these utensils right away. They're designed especially for use in a wok, and you can feel the difference when you use them for stir-frying. I mean, using a spatula is all right, but quite simply, this is better. These are dirt cheap, and you really don't want to miss the chance to pick up one of these.
Here's some important advice for using cast iron on an electric stove. Don't turn the stovetop all the way to its maximum. Setting it to about 3/4 will bring the stovetop to over 900 degrees, and we don't want to go much higher than that. It's actually possible to warp a cast iron pan on an electric stovetop if you use it too long with the heat up too high. And now, with the wok heated to 500 degrees and the stovetop range also heated up, it's time to start frying.
I've probably offended at least 1,000 cooks with this video, Oriental and otherwise, by using a heavy cast iron wok on an electric stove. Sorry if I've upset you, but I'm not going to declare this the only way to stir fry in a wok. This dish was prepared in a small American kitchen with an inadequate stove, and what's more, I'm not the only one living in America with this kind of setup. So I apologize for the state of my oven, but I won't apologize for this dish. It's tender and tasty, and I had a lot of fun cooking it. And as far as I'm concerned, that is true Wok Hei. Thank you for watching.